Man, we got around. OG Silverback here. And today I have some tales of victory and glory which will demonstrate to you guys how to live according to beast mode law by adapting a savage mindset with a barbaric perspective as you traverse through this society psyop that we call modern day living. Hey guys, I want to get straight into the video today. What's the topic is near and dear to my heart, man. I'm going to tell you a story before I get started. So I just want to be transparent and honest here. But over the last 6 years or so, I've been having relations with a married lady, right? And she's African American. She's about the same height as me, really dark, very slender, with no body fat, very muscular, lean, sexy. And the fat she has is just in the right areas, man. You know, she got the nice little perky breast and nice little bottom. You know, she's very flexible, man, physically. But the problem is she's inflexible mentally and emotionally, dude. And, you know, before you guys get all judgmental, like, hey, you know, you mess with a married woman, this and that. The whole reason that I started messing with her, I knew her about, I don't know, about 10 or 15 years ago. And we worked together in corporate America. And she was a very free spirit, very creative, you know, artsy fartsy type new wave chick, man. I just liked her energy because back then I was very serious, very focused, very driven. And, you know, we would, you know, one time we hung out at lunch, man, and, you know, we just walking through downtown Silicon Valley and she's just free as a spirit. I just thought to myself, man, if I had a woman like that in my life, you know, maybe I could have more fun and loosen up, you know. But then fast forward, maybe 6 years ago, man, we ran into each other through a mutual acquaintance on Facebook, man. So come to find out she had a baby by the dude, and you know he was abusive, and you know he was just like holding her down, and she was looking to have an escape path. And being that I believe in love, you know what I mean, and helping lesser beings, I got involved with her because we were supposed to come out with an escape plan, because like, you know, she married dude because he didn't have his green card. So it was just a bunch of complexities there. But the long story short, man, you know, just over the past 6 years, we've been on again, off again, bro. And I've just really learned a lesson about the different types of women. And so I wanted to share that with you because me dealing with her, man, just taught that even though I know a lot about women, there are some women, just her chemistry with me and her sexuality and her smell and her taste and the way I felt when I was inside of her made me overlook some of her character flaws, which in the end, I just had enough of it, man, because, you know, we had plans where, you know, she was a kept housewife, man. We had a plan for her to get a job and we were going to save money and then move into a place that was halfway between where I live. She lives in another city up north, halfway between where I live and where she lives. Cause I had, you know, I had a physical job. And then, you know, one thing led to another. She kept following through on her plans, but then she kept putting more and more demands on me, dude. So I just got to a point where I was just like, you know, if a woman can't meet me halfway, dude, then this I don't care how sexy she is, how much chemistry, how much passion, how much squirting with JJ she has, how no matter how tight her with JJ is, none of that stuff. You got to have self-love, dude, and self-respect, bro. So I had to make this video for you guys. So without further ado, the name of this video is You Must Dominate Women to Prevent Being Subjugated by Females, dude. And I just wanted to share with you guys, man, that there is a difference between a woman and a female. So a female can be, you know, any animal that is of the female gender, bro. And they're emotional and they're all about their carnal needs, like the Maslow hierarchy of needs, you know, food, shelter, sex, and stuff like that. A woman, on the other hand, dude, is a female human being who knows her role in society and the part that she plays in a relationship. And you know, I'm going to give you guys a couple of different stories, but first I want to go over some definitions with you guys, man, because I think this is going to be very helpful for we can be under the same group mind think. So first one I want to go over is it's called dominate. It's called dominant. And basically dominant is an adjective. It means someone or something that is dominant is more powerful, successful, influential, or noticeable than other people or things. A change would maintain its party's dominant position in Scotland. Synonyms: main, chief, primary, outstanding. More synonyms of dominant. Definition of dominant. Dominates, dominating, dominated. Transitive verb, intransitive verb. To dominate a situation means to be the most powerful or important person or thing in it. And it gives examples. The book is expected to dominate the bestsellers list. Countries where life is dominated by war. Selling could continue to dominate as investors play it safe. Transitive verb. One country or person dominates another, they have power over them. So I just wanted to give you that definition because, dude, it's even with women's liberation, dude, and women's equalization and the transgender movement, dude, you got to remember this, guys. As a man in a relationship with a woman, either you're a dominant or you're going to be subjugate, bro. Submissive, bro. And how does that sound as a man? Like when you look at the movie 300, that's the one thing that Leonidas would not do was submit. And I have submitted to this lady, dude, for over 6 years, submitted to her whims and doing everything she wanted in the hopes that she would realize I was dominant alpha. It was funny. I'm going to tell you some stories about how I deal with other women because whenever I would get mad with her and she would go 2-3 weeks a month without letting me hit the vajayjay, I would get mad, dude, and I would just like mess with other women, man, because the other women were more subjugant and more acquiesceable, more amicable. That's the word. So I wanted to use the word, I wanted to have the word submissive here. Submissive says, if you are submissive, you obey someone without arguing. Some doctors want their patients to be submissives. The troops submissively lay down their weapons. Having or showing a tendency to submit without resistance, docile, yielding, right? Let's see here. Inclined or ready to submit unresistantly or humbly obedient, submissive servants. Marked up are by indicating submission. You want a submissive female, dude. It's not a bad thing. It's just what it comes down to, man. I don't want this video to get too beastly. But one thing I notice about men, when you have men talking to each other, they know that underlying the conversation or the interaction, there's a subtle hint of violence. Meaning if you disrespect a man, one man disrespects another, it can very quickly escalate to violence. In our modern society, women get all off of this strong woman thing, or I'm independent, ain't no man gonna tell me nothing. And they don't understand, dude, like you're a weaker vessel, you're a weaker creature, dude. And just the fact that we're being gentlemanly, dude, and we're being acquiesceable doesn't negate the fact we can rip your head off, dude. And that's the part that I don't understand, man. So I just I don't want to mess with women like her anymore. Here's subjugate. If someone subjugates a group of people, they take complete control of them, especially by defeating them in war. And I just put these up here right now, guys. Let's see. If your wishes or desires are subjugated to something, they are treated as less important. She was no longer willing to see her own needs subjugated to his ambitions. So you don't want a woman like that, guys. You don't want a woman like that, guys. So without further ado, I want to share some other stuff with you really quick because this is I don't want this to be a really long video, but I just want to share something with you guys. I want you guys to check this out.
In the comment section, man. As you guys grow up, man, you guys really start to understand life, man. When I was growing up, fellas, I thought that I thought my mom was rich. I thought my family was rich. I thought they had money, right? And as you get older, you start to understand life. You start to understand that most people are a paycheck away from being homeless, from having nowhere to go, from having nowhere to pay their bills. that alone, you know, they go to debt, take out a loan and stuff like that. So now you have some sense of urgency when you're a young man to figure it out on what it is that you want to do, right? You have a sense of wanting to better your life and wanting to get better as a man, wanting to have a job and have money and have a purpose. And you might have dreams and aspirations of going to the NBA, going to the NFL, becoming an engineer, becoming an electrician or a plumber or a real estate investor or, you know what I'm saying, a stock market investor or entrepreneur. It don't matter. You have dreams and visions to become whoever you want to become because you know it's your passion. You know it's going to bring you income in order for you to take care of yourself and take care of your mom, your pops, whenever you get older, or your brothers, whoever your loved ones are. And then it's this person that comes around, the female, something that you don't understand because you haven't been taught on put on game right when you were young. People who were your aunties and in your life, they were trying to tell you about women. They never told you the truth about them. Oh, you tell a woman the truth, and you know.
So you can see he's gone into, dude, it's very important to early on know about women, guys. It's very important because, dude, like, if you don't learn about them early on, dude, you will not only be subjugated, you will be dominated, bro. And that's not the position you want to be in, dude, as a man. It's not a healthy position. Let's listen to this other guy, dude. I got a potpourri of information for you guys.
But now I can talk about some things I'd like to talk about. Do I major in chemical engineering or CPA? Decide for me, Obi-Wan Cappy. You're my only hope. So, interesting trend, I guess. Not to say I'm the end-all, be-all, like finger on the pulse of America, but a different little interesting thing that has happened in the past couple months is I've had a fair amount of women, more women clients than I had any 2-month time in AHO Consulting's history. And the women all have the same question. And they're like, how do I find a guy, son? It's happening. It's happening. And to be fair to these women, these are exceptionally high quality women. They're all high income earners, or at least professionals, I should say, engineers, nurse practitioners, CPAs, things like that. And I also set them up with Chad Elkins. I got a guy. Here's my one guy. Chad's happy about it. He's ecstatic. Oh, go over here, go over here, Kathy. And he still charges me to do my.
You see, the whole thing, guys, what he's going on around about, like, you don't like me to do, but what he's basically saying, these women are high earners and high income earners and high degrees in education and high in their career and even very sexy and sought after, but they're looking to have a man that they can dominate. So he goes on in this video and tells women that westernized women have it mixed up, dude. They're looking to be the strong power player in the position, bro. And that is not the natural order of the way that things go in relationships, guys. And so I had to make the time to make this video with you guys, man, to let you know what the natural hierarchy is of men and women, because our society has women fooled. At the end of these videos, I'm gonna have a story about a tale of 3 different women, guys, that I think you're gonna find very interesting. But I want to get these guys to tell you their take on things, so you just don't think it's OG Silverback. Listen to this dude.
Dynamic and struggle to maintain attraction. Let me tell you the most important thing. Okay, the most important thing as a man is going to be self-improvement in every single aspect of your life at all times. Life, stay. Okay, because that's super. But the women coming into your life, stay. Okay, because that's super crucial, is that not only do you want to be able to be more attractive and make sure that you're carrying yourself correctly as a man, but you want to make sure that whoever enters into your frame is admiring you and is comfortable in your presence and likes to be with you. So for the best tips on strength, masculinity, and becoming a high value man, what I want you to do is I want you to go over and hit the subscribe button, because that way you're going to be notified situation where a girl comes into your life and she leaves, or you don't know how to maintain attraction, or maybe you just don't know how to express yourself in the right tonality and carry yourself as a man in the interaction to make sure that you're maintaining frame. Throughout this video, you're going to learn the top 3 things to focus on. Okay, because the truth is that the whole culture right now is extremely feminized. Males are constantly drawing to that woman for intimacy, when in reality, it's her job to be trying to lock your ass down because you're the one who's becoming high value and it's on your purpose. So stick with me throughout this entire video because you're going to learn all 3 of these things that are absolutely crucial. Now, following these guidelines that I've created has not only totally 10x'd my dating life and 10x'd my life as a man every single day, but it's also drastically improved the lives of hundreds of other males. And altogether, it's created the entire N-Lore project to teach men how to.
Okay, guys, so you pretty much got what he's saying is, dude, like a lot of guys have learned to become more effeminate, let women take charge and women lead the way, women's equality, strong women, this and that, you know what I mean? And dude, you got to quit being feminized and following this gynocentric feminized agenda, dude. And you gotta understand, dude, that a woman doesn't know what she wants, bro, that she thinks she wants to dominate you. She will lose respect for you. And after I let this lady talk, I'm going to give you a tale of 3 different women and to give you an example of how I had to break myself away from this African-American lady who had a love spell put on me with her JJ.
So my guy friends always ask me how to smash a girl on the first night. So I decided to ask a bunch of ladies how, like, to help you out. If you have to give an advice to one of your guy friends that's trying to smash on the first night, what would you say that he has to do to make her be like, okay, maybe I'll do it?
Take me out to a really nice dinner. Then I'll probably
Yeah.
I'm kidding. You know what? It's all on the vibe. I feel like you shouldn't go into it with that intention because a lot of women are okay with sleeping on the first date. Don't go into it with that intention, but if it happens, it happens. But let it happen organically.
Okay.
Because the girl's more likely to sleep with you if she feels ready.
For sure.
It's really got to be about his words. Like, if he has the right words, that sweet, charismatic, like he knows what he's saying, a little bit of like wavy. I'm like,
That's it. Okay.
Tell her I want you to be my wife at some point during the night. She thinks that, you know, she in.
So basically, guys, I wanted to share that with you because, dude, when I'm gonna put the links to the description, I'm gonna put the links to these videos in all the descriptions. But dude, every woman's got a different way, man. But the whole thing, I want you to understand, when you watch all these videos together, you listen to what I'm saying, you have to maintain your masculine frame, dude. If a woman is not in compliance with what you ask her to do, bro, she is not for you and she's for the streets. It's nothing but drama. There's always some wishy-washy stuff, a bunch of conversations that go nowhere, because when you give her the action items that she needs to do to maintain her part of the relationship, dude, she's always gonna have an excuse about how her life was way busier than yours and all men ain't nothing, and you got to show her that you're different from other men. Heck with that. So let me go into these stories that I wanted to tell you about, dude. And it's a tale of 3 women, bro. And what it comes down to, I want you guys to learn to vet your women early. What vet means is you put women in situations where you ask them to do certain things, and if they don't do it, you clarify, like, hey, if we're gonna make this thing happen, this is what I expect from you. If they're not in compliance, leave them, bro, because it's just nothing but drama and a bunch of 6 years of wasted life and energy, bro. So let me tell you this first story, man. It's about this Black Californian female, dude. And so I guess she's originally from Missouri. I don't know. That's what she says. And but the whole thing is this, guys. If you live in California for a while, you become acclimated, or you become a Californian. You become, just Californianized, right? So that's the lady I was telling you about. I'm gonna call her the K lady. She lives up north, bro. She just never wants to do what I ask her to do. She just always talking about, oh, I can't deal with a strong Black woman. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hold her down or whatever. I don't understand her life. So here's the thing, guys. When I got tired of her, bro, I ran into this other lady, and she's an African-American woman, but she's a Southern woman. She's from Atlanta, Georgia. Dude, whatever I ask this lady to do, she does it, bro. She's in compliance, bro. Am I saying she's a pushover? No. But she understands the dynamics of male and female. Why is that? She's a strong Black woman, right? But she's from a Southern culture where they know, like, the hierarchy of male to female dynamics. The man should be dominant and the female should be submissive. It's not a bad thing. It's just how it is. Men lead, women follow. Here's how I met her. She was married to a dude in the Air Force, and they were from Atlanta, Georgia. They moved out here, and this dude got a hold of seeing all these Californian women in they thong bikinis and this and all these different nationalities. Because Atlanta, just so you guys know, is more like a chocolate city. You come out here, it's more of a potpourri, man. You know, you got the white girls, the Mexican girls, Asian girls. He just went crazy, and she got tired of him cheating time and time again. You know what I mean? And so she just couldn't take it anymore. But, you know, the few interactions I've had with her has been about 6 or 7. She does exactly what I ask her to do whenever I ask her to do it. I don't have to tell her. I just ask. So what's the difference between the Californian black woman and the Southern black woman? I'll tell you what it is, dude. Californian women, bro, they don't really understand. They want to be men. Here's a second story, dude. It's about a Mexican woman, a Mexican Californian woman that I met, dude. I met her on the beach one day. And then, you know, she's very attractive. So we was talking and everything. I guess she can kind of see my value. But then this girl, dude, she doesn't want to be in compliance. Like when I tell her not to be late, dude, when I tell her to dress a certain way or act a certain way or whatever, she's like, oh, you know what? You can't handle a hot, spicy Latina woman. And I was like, telling her, I'm Puerto Rican. I grew up around Latina women. So here's the flip side. The other day, man, I met this Mexican national lady. She's Mexican, but she's from Mexico, dude. I met her in the gym. And this lady's just as beautiful, just as sexy, bro, just as brown. But whatever I ask her to do, bro, whatever I tell her to do, she does it with bells on, like quickly, and does it over the top. What's the difference? The Mexican girl from California, they got this Californian-ass feminism, dude, like women's right. And when they say feminism and women's rights, they don't want equality, they want dominance, bro. In any relationship, somebody's going to be dominant, somebody's going to be submissive. Don't you be the submissive guy. Here's the last story. I met this white girl, this white California girl, man. I was at the supermarket. You know, she had on the, what is that called? The yoga pants, dude. And I thought she looked, you know, very healthy and fit. I was telling her about my supplements. One thing led to another. We got to hanging out, man. And then, you know, I would ask her, you know, to do certain things, man, and to be a certain way with her tonality. And then she wants to be telling me, oh, you know, you're not used to dealing with a strong, independent white woman. I was like, man, two of the women, two of the children, the mothers of my children are white. What are you talking about? So then the other day, man, I was at this restaurant eating with my friends, and there was this white lady from Texas, a Southern white lady, bro. And her personality, her energy was just so awesome, dude. And we ended up hooking up, man. And she does whatever I asked her to do, when I asked her to do it, how I asked her to do it. On Bell's one, she serves me, bro. So I want to, at the end of the day, I want to tell you guys that if you meet a woman, man, that's from Americanized big city, bro, I'm not saying you got to travel outside of your city. I'm saying you got to look for women that have values and morals and understand the roles that we play. Because if they don't understand it and you don't understand, you're going to be acting like the woman and they're going to be acting like the man. That's going to be a bad thing, because I want you to understand something. Women with attitudes, bro, and drama, they're for the streets, bro. They're combative. They're for the streets. And dude, let me tell you something. And they will drag you down to the gutter if you mess with them, man. So whenever you get a woman and you're trying to vet her, bro, and she's not in compliance with what you're asking her to do, know that she is for the streets, and flee from her like the movie Get Out. And get out and away from her as fast as you can, because you don't want to waste 6 years of your life, dude, just going through hell, dude, just trying to get a woman to be a woman.